Tell you what, I was trying to think of how many times in a day that I've had to talk about so many different things, from dense fog to the threat of some storms tonight with some hail to winter storm. I mean, it's a lot. So we're going to parse through it here. Okay, we've got a winter storm warning that is in effect, and that is for all the counties here in pink. Notice how, because of the county, the way it's shaped, that the northern part of the county is not included in the winter storm warning. I have a feeling that that's going to change. And even if it doesn't change, if you're watching from northern Bexar County, north of 1604, pretty much include yourself in that winter storm warning. I think there will be accumulating ice. How much? That's the question, but I do think we will have accumulating ice. In the counties in blue, that's where wind chills could get down into the teens, I think, all through the hill country, maybe even single-digit wind chills. So cold weather is coming. All right, so here's the way it's going to shape up. All right, tonight, sometime around 9, 10, 11 o'clock, cold front comes through. We'll have some thunderstorms tonight. I'll talk more about that in a second. Finally, temperatures get below freezing, I think, sometime in the morning on Saturday, probably mid to late morning. 32 Fredericksburg, 33 Kerrville. And in this situation, it's going to be all kind of warm precipitation, because at 5,000 feet, it's going to be in the 50s. At the surface, closer to freezing. So it's all liquid, all coming down as drizzle or shower activity. And then it'll freeze on contact if you're below freezing. Notice at the airport in the morning, probably just above freezing at around 34, 35 or so. All right, temperatures will stay in the 20s and 30s pretty much all morning into the afternoon across the hill country. Drizzle, light rain continues, so it'll be freezing drizzle, freezing rain. And then eventually, I think in the evening, sometime Saturday evening, north of 1604, we'll start to see some of that. Here along I-35, it's going to be a little iffy over towards Seguin. It's going to be kind of a close call. And then all the precip ends by the time we get to sunrise on Sunday. So I'm going to look at a couple of computer models. This is the NAM computer model. This is a high resolution computer model. How much precip? Well, looking at about a tenth for most locations. That's what this is saying. And all week long, I've been saying anywhere from a tenth to about 2/10. But it's showing about 5/100ths at downtown and 5/100ths at Seguin. I think that's a little iffy, but it's possible. So let's take a look at the graph. This is an even more high resolution computer model. And notice how it's got between a tenth and 2/10, and I think that's probably about right. And then most of any accumulation north of 1604 along I-35 is going to be real iffy. And then again, about 4/100ths close to downtown and about 1/100th at Seguin. So I would say between, let's say 1604 and 410 in here, it's going to be real iffy. Some of the bridges may have a problem. North of 1604, definitely through the hill country, you're going to have a problem with travel, with bridges. I think roads are going to be fine, but we definitely will have a problem that's anything elevated. That's bridges, power lines, things like that. So definitely looking at about a tenth to 2/10 of accumulation, especially north of 1604. All right, let's talk about this morning. We've got a dense fog advisory that is in effect. Be careful out there on those roads. We've got a lot of drizzle. High temperature today will be in the low 70s. Record is 88. We're not going to reach that. Record low is 17. This evening, if you have anything planned, chances for showers and storms. Could have some small hail and some gusty winds. Temperatures will drop once we get past about 10 o'clock this evening and closer to midnight. All right, not a lot of precip out there, but we've got a few showers, mainly just drizzle, and it's wet, so be careful out there on those roads. Visibility is anywhere from 3/4 of a mile to around a mile. Be careful again. All right, so temperature 63, 65 Pleasanton, Hallettsville 63. Here's the leading edge of the frontal boundary. The real Arctic air has got to catch up, and I think it will, and then that's going to come through here somewhere around 10 o'clock tonight, give or take. All right, if you're having any kind of travel, boy, travel gets treacherous as early as this afternoon across North Texas. And look at those temperatures to the north, very cold. Travel is going to be a real issue Saturday into the weekend across North Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, the Tennessee Valley, and also the Ohio Valley. Big swath of ice there, and also some snow. Okay, so for us, temperatures today in the low 70s, showers and some maybe rumbles of thunder, but I think tonight, look at all the yellows as that front pushes through. We'll have a lot of overrunning. Could pick up an inch or two in the hill country, maybe closer to an inch to a half an inch here in the city. Some heavy rainfall. Small hail is possible, and winds gusting up to around 40 miles per hour in this zone right in here, and that does include Bexar County. So we could see some heavy rain, rumbles of thunder for tonight. All right, pollen count. Cedar is heavy, mold is light. Cold front comes through tonight. We've got impact for tomorrow, impact day for Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday morning. We'll have to watch the hill country from Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and into Sunday morning. And look at those temperatures. We're down to 21 in the city on Monday, teens in the hill country, 24 on Tuesday. And next week, it's going to be cold. Matter of fact, I think February 1st, high only in the 40s.
You know what this means, right?
What does this mean?
The Texas girls, we can now layer up scarves, hoodies, vests.
A lot of fashion.
It's our time to shine.
You bring out the, I don't know.
The beanies,
Yeah,
the fur,
yeah,
the boots with the fur. All right.